Most people think having a high IQ makes life easier. You solve problems faster, you understand things quicker, you get ahead. But there's a side of high intelligence that almost no one talks about. It's the quiet suffering that comes with a mind that never really turns off. The overthinking at 2 a.m., the loneliness, even in a room full of friends, the constant feeling that something is missing. Today we're diving into the psychology of struggles only high IQ people face, not to complain, but to finally explain why your mind works the way it does, and how to stop letting it quietly exhaust you. If you've ever felt like your intelligence is both your greatest gift and your heaviest burden, this video is for you. This isn't just being smart. Cognitive neuroscience shows that highly intelligent brains often have a more active default mode network, the part responsible for deep self-reflection, pattern recognition, and mental simulation. That same wiring that lets you see complex connections also keeps you stuck in endless loops of thought. Research on gifted adults reveals a consistent pattern. The higher the intelligence, the more likely you are to experience specific psychological struggles. In this video, we're breaking down the 6 most common ones, and more importantly, how to actually thrive with a mind like yours. Struggle 1. The overthinking curse. Your brain is constantly running simulations. A casual conversation from 3 days ago gets replayed, dissected, and analyzed for hidden meanings. What looks like overthinking to others is actually your mind doing what it was built to do: question assumptions and search for patterns. But at 2 a.m., that gift becomes a curse that won't let you sleep. Struggle 2. The loneliness of depth. You can hold conversations, make people laugh, even seem outgoing, but real connection feels rare. Small talk feels painful when your mind naturally drifts toward consciousness, systemic problems, or why people behave the way they do. Psychologists call this the problem of communication, the gap between the depth you crave and the surface-level conversations most people are comfortable with. The result? A subtle but persistent loneliness, even when you're surrounded by people. Struggle 3. The imposter syndrome paradox. You're your own harshest critic. You can see every flaw in your thinking, every gap in your knowledge, every possible way you could be wrong. Ironically, the smarter you are, the more aware you become of what you don't know. This makes imposter syndrome hit harder. You doubt yourself more precisely because you understand complexity so deeply. Struggle 4. Chronic boredom and understimulation. Your brain needs significantly more cognitive stimulation to feel engaged. Routine jobs, repetitive tasks, or unchallenging environments don't just feel boring, they feel draining at a neurological level. This is why many brilliant people struggle in traditional school systems or corporate ladders. Their reward system simply doesn't light up for ordinary stimulation. Struggle 5. Perfectionism that paralyzes. Your mind can envision the ideal outcome so clearly that anything less feels like failure. You set impossibly high internal standards, not out of arrogance, but because you can literally see what perfect looks like. Accepting good enough becomes one of the hardest psychological battles. Struggle 6. Existential restlessness and the search for meaning. Surface-level success, money, status, they often feel hollow.
Why?
You're wired to ask deeper
What
why
does any of this
questions that
mean?
most social frameworks don't easily answer. This creates a constant existential restlessness, the feeling that something important is always just out of reach. even when life looks successful on paper. The good news? Understanding these struggles is the first step to turning them into strengths. Here are 4 practical ways high IQ people are learning to live better.
Come walk
Principle
with us.
1.
There is plenty
Find your
of
tribe.
room.
Stop trying to fit into every room.
Look at this
Actively
passage.
seek out
It
people who can
perfectly
match your
describes what
depth
we've been
online
thinking.
communities,
Yes,
mastermind
exactly.
groups,
We
or
finally
events for
found
deep
others like
thinkers.
us.
Even 1 or 2 real connections can dramatically reduce that quiet loneliness. Principle 2. Practice good enough on purpose. Set a timer. Give yourself permission to ship work at 80% instead of chasing 100%. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Your brain will fight this at first, but it's how you break the perfectionism paralysis. Principle 3. Channel overthinking into structured reflection. Instead of letting your mind run wild at night, schedule 15 minutes of worry time during the day. Write down the thoughts, then close the notebook. This gives your brain permission to think deeply without letting it take over your life. Principle 4. Design a life that stimulates you. Build routines and work that actually challenge your mind-side projects. Deep learning, creative pursuits. If your job feels deadening, start carving out time for high-stimulation activities that light up your brain. Intelligence is not a simple advantage. It's a particular way of experiencing the world with real gifts and real costs. The same mind that overthinks, feels bored easily, and searches for meaning is also the mind that can solve problems others can't even see. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are exactly the kind of mind this world needs. So tell me in the comments right now, which of these 6 struggles hits you the hardest? And which principle are you going to try first?
Listen to me
If this
very
video
carefully.
finally made you feel understood, hit like,
This is important.
share it with that
and
one
you
friend
need
who
to
also
understand
thinks
it.
too much. And subscribe for more real psychology content that actually helps high-intelligence minds like yours. You've carried this weight long enough. Now it's time to understand it and use it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.